told you I had the secret to living a stress-free life. Today, I want to talk to you about how something as simple as a piece of paper and dried ink on a page can have monumental effects on every single person in the world. Today, we're going to talk about how reading is truly the best medicine. So, why should you care? Well, I believe that most of us are college students, or at least enrolled in college courses, and we're all looking to gain knowledge in some form or fashion. Also, we're all humans and we all experience stress, whether at the college level or familiar level or whatever level it be, we all have stress. So, I'm credible because I'm an avid reader myself. I'm an English major, I have a passion for literature and books, I always have, and so that gives me credibility. Also, I have done research on the subject, so I believe I am credible to speak on the subject. My 3 points today are reading as a de-stressor, reading as a way to gain knowledge and perspective, and reading as a way to exercise your brain. And so, just going to jump right in. Reading as a de-stressor. So, to me, nothing sounds better than curling up on my couch with a blanket and a nice book. Literally, just thinking about it right now, it relaxes me, it soothes me, it gets me excited. So, there's a reason for that. One 2009 study by Sussex University researchers showed that reading may reduce stress by as much as 68%. It really doesn't matter what book you read. By losing yourself in a thoroughly engrossing book, you can escape from the worries and stresses of the everyday world and spend a while exploring the domain of the author's imagination, said cognitive neuropathologist David Lewis from WISE. Getting lost in a good book will take you away from all the complex and complexity of your life, and you can just forget about all of it just for a brief time and just get lost in the book. Also, another way reading helps de-stress is by reading before bed. So Shakespeare said that sleep was the season of all natures, which means that we're really not ourselves when we're tired. So, research shows that by reading before bed, it sets the stage for our brain to relax and de-stress from the day, again, de-stress, but it puts this sleep chemical in our brain and it puts in action for us that we're going to go to sleep. So by reading before bed, helps you get to sleep quicker, thus getting more sleep, thus being a happier and healthier person. And moving on to the next way reading is extremely beneficial is my second point, that reading increases knowledge and perspective. So we're all at college to gain knowledge, whether we're here to gain knowledge for a specific profession, whether we're here to gain knowledge just for the sake of gaining knowledge, like I prefer, we're all here to learn in some form or fashion. And so, as Dr. Seuss once wrote, the more you read, the more things you will know, the more you learn, the more places you'll go. Diving into a good book opens up a whole new world of knowledge, starting from a very young age. Children's books actually expose kids to 50% more words from a young age than TV, primetime TV, or even conversation between college graduates, according to research from the University of California, Berkeley. Exposure to that new vocabulary not only leads to a higher score on reading tests, but also higher scores on intelligence tests later in life. Also, if you're reading early at a young age, it also shows that you'll have a higher intelligence later on in life as well. So that's wise. Not to mention, reading makes you more empathetic towards others. By being exposed to characters who are different than you in religion, in race, and just any form, like physical, north and south, in any way, it can make you understand others better and just have a better, diverse understanding of the world. Where without a book, we may not have had the exposure to such people. If you live in a small town where everyone's essentially the same as you and has the same beliefs, you're not going to have that exposure, you're not going to have that understanding. Whereas a book can literally give you that understanding where physically you were not able to. So in the journal Science, published findings that reading literature enhance theory of minds in test subjects, defined as the ability to recognize and appreciate beliefs, desires, intentions, and perspective that are different from one's own. So basically, just reinforced from the Science Journal, it helps us be more understanding and empathetic of others and their situations by reading those characters with different traits. When we put ourselves in a character's shoes, we're forced to consider their world as our own and usually end up expanding our conception of what is normal or relatable. And then the final benefit of reading regularly is that it keeps your brain fit. So just as going to the gym and working out keeps our physical body fit, our brain works the same way. It's a muscle. It requires active practice and complex situations for it to expand and grow and be at its peak form. And so, through reading, we bring existing neural pathways into the brain to life. Reading complex and challenging works like poetry enables us to keep our brain active and elastic. And then according to a recent study, frequent brain exercises like reading actually decreases mental decline for the elderly by 32%. Also, elderly patients who engaged in challenging games or in reading were 2 times less likely to get Alzheimer's disease. And this makes sense because when we're reading, we're engaging, we're learning, we have to remember about the characters, the minute details, the plot and the subplot. And through forming those memories in our brain, it requires new synapses to be created, and then the other ones are going to be strengthened. And so this is going to grow our short-time memory substantially, and it's also going to grow our recallability, our ability to be able to remember things better. And so these things, they're backed up by science. They make sense. So, in conclusion, my 3 points were reading as a way to lessen stress, reading as a way to gain knowledge and empathy, and reading as a way to exercise the mind. My thesis was that books are actually the best medicine and can improve your health significantly. So I hope that through listening, you were able to learn this crucial knowledge and that maybe you'll be able to apply it to your life in some way and it can help you learn and grow substantially. Thank you for listening.